everyone, CFL Park Hopper here, and today I'm at Busch Gardens over in Tampa, and I'm standing in the area by Montu, which is one of the big roller coasters here. And so we're going to look at some of these roller coasters and see what's going on here and how the social distancing works. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is the main entrance to the ride over here. Check this out. This is their lift hill, and you come down this huge bank and into the loop. And up and over. And this ride right over here is Cobra's Curse, so they're right next to each other. But I wanted to show you guys how the lines are working. So it's a very long line. I've never seen Montu all the way out here before, but it's for social distancing, and they aren't putting the train, it's not full, so here you can see it when it goes by. You have people in the front, and then it skips a couple rows, there's people in the middle, skip a row. So they're pretty spaced out. I think I only saw like 3 or 4 rows full, and they aren't even full. There's not even 4 people in the seats. So it's just gonna take a while due to the spacing. Here it comes, get ready to watch it. Check out the line. See if they have social distance markers on the ground. They have green dots on the floor. So if you look, you got to stand on a green dot, and it should technically be like 6 feet apart, I think, on the green line. So the line starts all the way out here, and expect an hour from here. I do think, though, that they are cleaning the rides in between people going on them. This is Cobra's Curse over here. Let's head over that way. So that's good to know. Universal was giving everybody hand sanitizer before they got on the line, got on the ride. I don't think, like, SeaWorld and Busch Gardens are the same company. I don't know if they're giving hand sanitizer before the ride, but I think they're just cleaning the rides in between people. I did not get on any rides over yesterday at SeaWorld, and I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to wait in these lines today here at Busch Gardens. But I just want to kind of, check out the park and see what's going on. So this is the opening weekend, so this may be busier because it's the opening weekend. But it could be this way all summer, so this is just kind of what to expect. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens do have a thing called Quick Queue. It is their version of like a fast pass or a express pass type of system. You do have to pay for it. But during this time of social distance, Quick Queue may be the way to go to ensure that you get on everything in a day. Also, it does rain here in Florida in the summer. These rides will close due to lightning in the area, so keep that in mind as well. This is a pretty outdoor park. So, now one of the things that I enjoy here about Busch Gardens, besides the roller coasters, which I do enjoy, is all of the animals exhibits. So we are going to try to catch up on those today, because their animal exhibits are great. You can walk around and see animals up close. And I am going to try to ride their train. I hear that they're disinfecting the train in between every single ride. You can't stay on the train. They make you get off and you have to get back in line, because I saw that they're using like that disinfectant sprayer on the train. So that sounds pretty, safe to use. And I think I would be willing to wait maybe 45 minutes for that. So we'll head that way and see about that. But the train takes you around the Serengeti, and I would like to see the giraffes and things. It's been a while and I miss them. So we'll see what else we see. We're now walking up to Cheetah Hunt. That is probably their most popular ride here at Busch Gardens, and it's an 80-minute wait right now. So I think a lot of these waits is just because of due to the social distancing and needing to clean the rides. I think they're just taking those extra precautions here, which is great, that they are. But I think that's where the lines are coming from. And here comes a train now. All right, so we're gonna head a little bit into the jungle here and check out some of the animals. This is the Serengeti area of the park. It's right past Cheetah Hunt. We just saw the train. You're just gonna cross through those train tracks once the train leaves, and then you're gonna be into the Serengeti area where you can walk around. They also have an area that's just gigantic grassland, and that's where you would have to take the train around. So we are gonna try to do that too. But this is where we can see a lot of animals up close. So let's check out some of these exhibits. Let's see, the lemurs live here. And look, they have social distancing on the ground here. So if this was a crowded area, you could stand on the green marker. But I don't see them out. Oh, they're up in their tree. I don't know if you guys can see them. Yeah. They're taking a break from the sun, I think. All right, let's keep going. Guys, this is the hippo pool, and he is out of the water. Can you see him? He's out there eating. Let me see if I can get closer. There he is, having his lunch. That's pretty cool. All right. And over here they have a Nile crocodile. He lives over here. Where is he? I don't see him in the water. Let's see. He's definitely hiding somewhere, because I don't see him anywhere. Look at that pretty lion statue. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's new. Cool. I think we're headed towards the lion habitat. They do have real lions here, as well as hyenas. They do have tigers as well. They're in a different area of the park, which we'll head that way as well. All right, here's a lion laying down, sleeping under the tree. Can you see him? And just hang out in the cool shade. See if we see. They have a couple females, and there's one over here on top of this truck. So let me come around. So this truck is like a prop. Most of it is out of the glass, but then part of it is in their enclosure, and so she's on top of it. Can you see her head here? It's pretty cool. She's taking up the entire front side. You can see her body lays over the whole hood. How would you like to get up to go for work in the morning and see that on your car? I don't know about that. And out straight ahead of us is the real Serengeti, where the giraffes are. You can kind of see them here through the trees. But if you get on the train, you can see them really well. So we will try to do that. While we're walking around, I'll mention they do have hand sanitizer a lot, all over the park. You just get it, pump, squirt. So I saw that a lot at SeaWorld, and I'm seeing that here too at Busch Gardens. So that is good. All right, now we're coming back out. This is Cheetah Hunt. There's the rest of the track there. Here comes a train, so let's just stand here. Whee, here it comes. Right underneath us, and off it goes. Pretty cool. I'm sorry if I'm not getting good shots of the roller coasters. I'm still getting used to this gimbal, guys. But you know, it's making the video less shaky as I walk. So hopefully you're seeing stuff on it.
That character stood there for I'm not sure who watched him for.
Oh, a little deer lives in here. I wonder if it's here. Hello? See it anywhere? That's interesting. I've never noticed that before. But here's the train station, guys, and it doesn't look crowded. So let me book it over there. Maybe we can get on the next train. All right, guys, so there's no line right now for the train. It is about a 25 or 30-minute wait, they said, till it gets here. But you know what? I know they're going to clean it. I know I'm going to get on because there's hardly anybody here. So I'm just going to hang out and wait because what else would I be doing? All right, so I'll see you on the train. So we are getting the train disinfected and they're coming along and then drying it row by row as well. So pretty cool. All right, the train is all clean and it's time to board. So they said you're going to be able to load every other row. And again, it's a one-stop train. So they have another stop in Stanleyville and we will be made to get off. If you want to get back on, you'd have to get back in line at the Stanleyville station to come a full trip. But I'm going to walk around in Stanleyville. So let's go. Check out the Thompson's gazelle hanging out. They're making camp under that tree there. All right, so we're gonna go out to the Serengeti Belt and see giraffes and zebra, rhinoceros, hopefully, and some other things. All right, we're heading out. Giraffes.
So go ahead, hop on, take a ride, but only if you're brave enough. Slowly keep monsoon behind and civilization for that matter. We're going to start heading out onto the Serengeti Plains. This is the time, actually the perfect time to get a reminder of crucial things seen about me throughout our journey. Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs at trained at all times. After all, we're about to enter an area that has lots of wild animals. Free roaming animals, that means at any time they can cross our path.
Ooh, they're coming right for
causing our
our
train
train here.
to stop suddenly. So please remain seated. As we slowly come onto the belt, you can look over to our left. Far into the distance, you'll see a small white animal out there. Those are the 8-dex antelope, one of the most rare antelopes in the world. As of the turn of the 21st century, there are only 300 to 500 left in the wild. Still looking over to our left, you'll see there's another one to our right. That large brown animal with horns, those are the eland antelopes. One of the largest
Patterson's
and
eland.
slowest antelopes out on the savanna. Their average running speed is about 25 miles per hour. They can weigh up to 1 ton, but despite this large weight, they can jump 10 feet up in the air from a virtual standstill.
Hi.
On our left on the hilltop, you'll see a small brown animal. These are female impalas. The female impalas are amazing jumpers. They can jump a distance of 14 feet at an altitude of 10 feet. And when pursued, they'll jump in every direction, even over each other, to confuse their predators. And of course, the retaking giraffe. A male giraffe can weigh up to 1 ton and reach a height of 18 feet. They have the same amount of vertebrae as we do in their necks, which is 7. And their name comes from the pattern on their coat.
That's an ostrich sitting right there. Taking a break. So you can get a good view of the other coasters from here. That is Shikra, straight out. That tall tower is Falcon's Fury. It's a drop down. And over here, this is the brand new Iron Gwazi.
We were among one of the first to offer.
Not open yet, but it's close. They were very close to open before the shutdown. So I'm hoping before summer's out, they will be open. I want to ride the Iron Gwazi. That's a 200-foot drop straight down, I think.
North and south. Right now, we're heading into the northern part of the belt.
zebra out there under the tree. And over here,
a watering hole. You can look over to your left and take in the breath of the Serengeti.
see some wildebeest out there under that other tree.
As we make our turn here, you can look over to our right coming up in a dark red brown animal with curved horns. These are the sable antelope. They usually travel in groups of 10 to 20 with the dominant female being the leader. There is one male within the group, but all others are kicked out of the herd by the age of 3. And on either side of the train, you'll see the grandson zebra. The grain is the smaller of the 2 zebra species we have here at the park. One way you can tell them apart, other than their size, of course, is that the grain stripes go all the way around their belly. Grants are also very photogenic. What I mean by that is that they're photographed more than any other zebra. So if you ever seen a zebra picture in a movie or in a book, it most likely was a grant.
The wildebeest up close.
Underneath the tree on our left-hand side, you'll see 3 animals out there, gray, shaggy, with horns. These are wildebeest. Now, the wildebeest have been known to travel in groups up to 1 million strong. Next to the wildebeest.
All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that train trip through the Serengeti. And now we have arrived in Coaster Land. When we got off here in Stanleyville, this right above us is SheiKra. This is a dive coaster. Looks like it's getting ready to dive over here. There it goes. Also, the brand new Tigress coaster is over here. It opened last year? Yeah, last spring. So it is a year old. And it is this one over here. See it there? It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna check out the wait times in this area of the park. Alright, so the line for SheiKra literally starts at the doorway. So it's probably a good hour wait right now, and it's clouding up. And I would hate to get in line and then nothing because of rain. So I think I'm just gonna walk around a little more and then maybe get some lunch and then see if the weather will blow over. And that might thin out the crowd too. So the Tigress line says it's only a 35-minute wait. I'm gonna walk over here and see what it looks like. Because that's pretty short. By the way, I've seen these hand washing stations around the park too, so that's pretty cool, right in front of rides. There was one in front of the train station as well. And yeah, the line goes out to here, which is what's typical of Tigress. This is typically where I get in line, and from here it's about an hour. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna walk around and show you guys some more park. Because once I get in line for rides, you're going in a locker because I can't bring you. So let's go look around some more. What do you say to that? So I'm going to comment on that for a minute. If you guys just heard that worker, the ambassador, telling them to put their masks on, I have seen them really adamant about that here at Busch Gardens. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was at SeaWorld yesterday, that was not the case. There were lots of people without masks on at SeaWorld. And the only thing that I could understand with that was that I did not see enough working visible ambassadors to be able to police the crowd. When I went to Universal, I've been to Universal 3 times now. They are very policing of the crowd and telling people to put their mask on. But as you can see, as we're walking now, I'm seeing people without a mask on. And I think it's just that these parks don't have as many workers out and about. But I have seen the ones here at Busch Gardens that are out telling people, and that's what they need to be doing. That is their job. These are CDC guidelines, folks. They're not just park rules. And in fact, they said that on the train. So Everyone needs to abide by these, and I did say in my SeaWorld video yesterday, it's everyone's job. Keep your mask on. Stay 6 feet away from the people in front of you. You have to take control of your own health, you know, so this is for your own safety. Our numbers are rising again here in Florida, and you know, I love the parks and I don't want to go back inside, but I totally understand that we have to stay safe. So these safety precautions are for everyone to follow for themselves as well as other people. So keep that in mind if you're going to come visit the parks this summer or wherever you are this summer. Have a mask on out in public and stay 6 feet away from the people around you. All right, that's enough of that. So here's the orangutans, my favorite. Let's see if I can get in on them so you can see them. Let's see. Bear with me for a sec. Let's see. Can you see him up there in the treetop? He's hanging out. He's just pondering life. I love the orangutans. Let's see if we can get closer. Okay, I couldn't get any closer to the orangutans, but here's the tiger. Pretty cool. Oh, check it out. The orangutan is going to start tight roping. Here we go. There you go. He moved. Thank you. I don't know if you can see, but that's a baby. The little one on the right, up on the tower, that's a baby orangutan. That's the mama, I guess, there with him. Oh, there he stands up. So cute. Oh, little guy. Now they're getting active. Here we go. Here's why I love these guys. They're so cute. Just kite roll back. Our baby hanging out here. He's going out the tightrope. Guess he's got to learn sometime. Wow, he's going. Pretty neat. Lesson for today, how to tightrope. He lost his stick. He lost his stick. He's going anyway. Neat. Mom just lets him go. That's so cool. So independent of him. Like, I'm over here. Pretty cool. He's still hanging up there. You see him? Oh, Mom grabbed his foot. Calm down, Junior. Aww, so cute. That's awesome, you guys. By the way, here's a full view of the tigress. Let's see if we can see it run. Alright, here goes tigress. Pretty cool. It's got a lot of flips and loops. And it's just one train on the track. And then it just loads in the station. So and it does its whole thing and goes back in. Pretty cool. Well, there's not a whole lot else to see, guys. They have the roller coasters open. We rode the train. We saw the animals. There's only a couple of places to eat open. Just like I saw at SeaWorld yesterday, there was only a couple of quick services open. And it's the same here. Luckily, the ones here are the ones that I really like. The Dragonfire Inn is open. And the Serengeti Overlook restaurant, I don't know what it's called, but it's the big white building. That one is open. And the smokehouse is open, which was just by the train station where we got off by Shikra. So that's about it. The little carts are open, like over here, Wild Treats. You can get ice cream or drinks and that kind of thing. But that's about it. So I don't think any of the shows are currently running at the park. The Skyliner is not running. So the Congo River Rapids for water rides is open, but the log flume is not. So a few things, are open. And that could also contribute to the roller coaster lines being longer, is there's just less to do. But Busch Gardens overall is typically, it's a roller coaster park. It does have a Sesame Street themed area. I'm sorry we didn't walk through that. It's clear on the other side of the park. It's going to be very similar to the one at SeaWorld as far as what's open. They do have different rides in the one at SeaWorld, and it looks different than the one at SeaWorld. But the same kind of thing. Half of the rides are open, and half of them are not. I do believe their little show that they have there, they do have a little show with Elmo and the other characters, is open and running for the young kids. So if you have young ones, you'll definitely want to hit up that area. But otherwise, roller coasters and animals, that's what there is to see here at Busch Gardens right now this summer. They are closed right now on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Just like I told you, SeaWorld is closed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Busch Gardens is going to be closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So keep that in mind if you're coming to visit this summer. You're going to need to come here on weekend days. And I'm here on a Saturday. And this is the first Saturday that they're open. And I wouldn't say that I'm even experiencing as much crowd as I experienced at SeaWorld yesterday. So I'm thinking I might come on a Monday next time. And see how that is at the end of the weekend. And maybe it's a little less crowded then. Their water park, Adventure Island, is only open Thursdays through Sundays. They're closed Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I don't know if Monday would be best at Busch. Maybe Thursday. I'm thinking either Monday or a Thursday. Thursday, the water park would be open. Mondays, it wouldn't. I don't know. Hard to say. But typically when I come to Busch Gardens, it is on a weekend. Or it's during the holiday season, because this is an hour-and-a-half drive for me from Orlando. And so I would typically come here, on a weekend. And it's normally much, much, much busier. So I'm used to seeing these kind of lines and things like that. It's just, I know the lines are due to the social distancing right now and not filling up the trains. And I think they are cleaning the trains. And I think that's a great thing for the roller coasters. And like I said, I probably will wait in a couple of lines, but that's the thing. When you have a pass, you can come often. As far as, coming this summer on your vacation, part of me wants to say come to Orlando on vacation because it's really awesome, like as far as the crowd level. Universal, I thought, was great, and they're running everything. They're running all of their rides, and I feel like their wait times are like very minimal. Some rides you're just walking right on. Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, I don't know, to me they almost feel more crowded than Universal did. I think Universal just has more real estate and more spots to space out than these parks do, and that's just why they seem a little more compact. I do feel like I'm able to social distance just fine walking around, though. I have lots of space doing that. In the line for the train, I felt fine. Everybody was keeping to their marker, and they were keeping their masks on, and the train attendants, the ambassadors there, were telling people you have to have the mask on. So again, if it's reinforced to people, they'll do it. And like I said, you can have it off to eat or drink, but I do not condone walking around the park with it off. That is not what is supposed to be happening. And they have areas in the park where you can sit and rest and take it off. So if you need a spot to take a breather, please follow the rules and go to one of those. But that's not what's happening. A lot of people are just walking around without them on. And I think that's because there's just not enough ambassadors to tell them otherwise. Let's watch the Falcon's Fury. So this is a drop down ride. It's gonna take you all the way up and drop you down. I think it's like 300 feet from the top. There's the top there. Woo! There they go. And they're gonna get flipped upside down too when they get to the top. They're gonna come down facing the ground. Almost there. Back up a little bit. You're up there, guys. My phone doesn't want to stay like that. And then come back. So if you're afraid of heights, you're not gonna like this ride. It doesn't bother me. I like it. But and here again, the line is out the front door due to social distancing. So a lot of what it is here at Busch Gardens is the queues are very narrow and compact here. So they're having to spread everyone out and push them outside of the gates. So the lines are longer than they are. Like this says it's only 25 minutes. So you know, it's not terrible. So it just is what it is right now. But back to what I was saying about coming on your trip. If you've been here before, if you've been to Florida and you've been to these theme parks before, and you want to come and enjoy time in less crowds, or you're just addicted like I am and need time, I'd say come. If this would be your first trip to Disney World this summer, let's say, or Universal or any of these parks, or you're planning to do all the parks this summer, I'd say move your trip because a lot of things are not open. When Disney opens next month, there's going to be no fireworks. There's going to be no parades. I'm sorry, if you're a first-time person, that's a big deal. You need to see those things. Universal is not staying open late at night, and so some things are, you know, being missed over at their parks. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens are not staying open late. So they do summer programs that are not opening. Like SeaWorld does Electric Ocean, and it's not happening this summer because they're closing every day at 6 when they're open. Same for Busch Gardens. They used to do summer nights. They're closing at 6 also. So, and the reason why they're closing early is because they're not having the crowd capacity needed to stay open. And so they're cutting the hours due to less capacity in the parks. And I understand all of that. They're trying to do their best to make back some profit that they've lost. So if you're not in the mood to wear masks, then you can't, you know, really enjoy it here because you are going to have your masks on. So it doesn't bother me. I live in Florida all the time and I come out in the heat. So putting this mask on really has not affected me at all. My husband does have asthma, and so it does bother him when it's more humid out. So it's going to depend on a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But I would say, you know, you're going to have to make that decision for your family, what's best for your trip. But if this is your first trip coming and you were planning to come summer 2020, I'd push it back. Unfortunately. Here's an elephant. There they are. Hanging out. But, you know, if you have annual passes and you're trying to use them, you know, it's good. Just keep in mind this virus is still alive and well. And it's not going away anytime soon. As I hear the news every day, our numbers are going up and more things are opening up. And I hope that things get to stay open, but I hope people will follow the rules because that's the only way they're going to get to stay open, you know, and we got to stay healthy. So do yourself a service. When you come, wear your mask, keep 6 feet away from others, and wash your hands and don't touch your face. Simple little rules, but you just got to follow them. And that's the best advice I can give you. And hopefully you will enjoy your time here. I know I'm really enjoying being back at the parks myself. Just walking around, seeing the animals today has been fun for me. I don't have to ride a roller coaster every time I come. I really missed seeing the animals while we were stuck in the house for a month and a half. It's the things that you're used to doing that now you can't do. I think that, you know, you're just glad to be able to do again and not take for granted. I think that's the thing that hopefully we're learning through all of this time is don't take things for granted, you know, because none of us are promised tomorrow and we don't know what tomorrow may bring. So live every moment and cherish every time that you have with your family and all the experiences that you get in your life. Be thankful for those every day. I know that's something that I've really learned to appreciate. And there we're getting up close to the Iron Gwazi again. Boy, I can't wait to see that thing running. It's going to have some inversions in the track, so It was a wood coaster before, just called the Gwazi. It was a dueling coaster before when it was wood. I think then after a while they took the dueling factor out. And now what they did is they basically kept the wood frame and built steel track over the wood frame. And it's got some inversions, a 200-foot drop. I'm so excited to see that. So I was hoping maybe to see them testing, because they were just about to the testing phase when the parks closed in March. So soon they will test and then it will open. And I'm really excited for that. So everyone, if you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And stay safe out there, and hopefully you can come on your Central Florida vacation soon. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna leave you with the tortoises if they're out. Nope, sorry, just some birds. So, thanks for watching.